On average, $19 billion of state money has been taken into the continuation of the drug war just this year. Is it fiscally or morally responsible to continue with that program?
That's a big issue. It's kind of like an issue that we address the feeding the world hunger issue. I really understand that what we're doing, spending that kind of money, is not a wise thing to do, but I believe that there needs to be some study done that we can get more people involved in neighborhood watches and things like that. I just believe that community involvement in any issue that we, or social issue that we have, can be addressed better through the community. If the community will step up, I believe, and use law enforcement only when it's necessary to apprehend these people and put them behind bars. And you know, the answer, I believe, to helping rid the drug situation is having an opportunity for people to have jobs and go to work. And that's one thing that I really want to do as a representative of 106, is that I can stand on the podium or on the floor, or wherever it is that they are made available to stand, that we need to produce jobs. Give people options. You know, they're going to sell drugs for the youth, to make their living if you don't give them a job to do. And I just want to share this with you. I had an experience today with two young men. And, you know, this society we're living in, it's a lot of people's hurting. And they're hurting because the fact of it is because the leadership that we have in place are not really concerned about the needs of the people down at the lower level. I had two men, young men, black young men, were standing around a drum that they had put wood in it. And I was asking them, I said, fellas, I said, what are y'all thinking about? I said, you know, for as in this election, and they didn't want to know what election. They wasn't up on what was going on or anything. I said, well, look, the thing that y'all need to be doing, I said, you don't need to be standing here anymore. You need to be on a job somewhere working. And I told them, explained what I was trying to do. I just think that we elect people to position to represent people. They may need to go out and get involved in the community and find out what the needs are. And that's one thing that I think that drugs be somewhat, well, this is handled like the world hunger issue, but drugs would be lowered so that you won't have to spend this kind of money. If you take $19 million and invest it in the community, what outcome would you could get out of that investment instead of spending it on law enforcement and putting these people behind bars? Why about educating? A whole lot of things that we can do with $19 million.
Thank you, Mr.
I know I'm over time, but this is very compassionate to me. So I'm concerned about people's needs.
I agree. And look, I have an economics degree, and I study numbers and facts. And I'm about to drop some facts right here about this drug war. Okay? It is fiscally irresponsible to continue the war on drugs. It's a failure. A failure. As long as it goes back to lobbying. You know why people on both sides support this? Because of civil asset forfeiture. So you realize without a warrant or without substantial evidence, law enforcement, and look, I'm a supporter of law enforcement, but they can take your stuff for no reason because of the drug war. Private prisons are making tons of money on this drug war. You know, since the 80s when they had, what was it called? Mandatory minimum sentences.
Yeah.
Okay? Our prison population has quadrupled. Okay? We have more people in prison in the United States of America per capita than any country in the world. That is just unbelievable. So you know what's hurt the cartels? the Mexican cartels, South American cartels more than anything in the last couple of years. The legalization of a plant called marijuana in parts of this country. End of story. Facts. 0 deaths have ever been recorded or overdoses from marijuana. Hey, I can back all this up with fact, y'all. The World Health Organization says 6 million people die a year from tobacco. 2.5 million people die a year from alcohol. These are facts. So why is it that a plant that grows out of the earth is getting so much problems? Y'all heard of the Sackler family? It's a family that owns OxyContin. They're worth $15 billion. So who's the drug war really